Hello, everybody. I'm Mark Hayes, and welcome to this edition of 5 Talk Street. The Texas General Land Office preserves Texas history, and one way they do it is with historical documents and maps. And joining me now to tell us more, James Harkins. He's the director of the Archives and Records Division of the Texas General Land Office. James, what a pleasure to have you here. Thanks so much for coming.
Thank you.
Let's talk a little bit about what the office does, first of all. You guys started back in 2004. What is the general purpose of the office?
Well, the General Land Office actually started in 1836. It's the oldest state agency in Texas. Okay. And the reason that it started was to distribute land and to figure out what land had already been distributed by the Spanish and Mexican government. Mm-hmm. So it actually wasn't until 2004 that we started the Safe Texas History program, which was designed to conserve and preserve historic maps and documents at the Texas General Land Office.
Okay, let's go back to 1836 because you have an amazing document from that year concerning some orders for the Texas Navy.
Yes, sir. You know, a lot of people don't necessarily associate the Texas Navy with the Texas General Land Office, and that's because, for one, land and sea. You got two different things right there. Then also, the Texas Navy, the veterans didn't receive any land grants for military service, which is completely different than what happened for the Texas Army. Right. So you've got kind of two different things going on for two different groups within the Texas Army.
Yeah, tell me a little bit about the importance of preserving some of these documents and the rich history that is the Republic and the state of Texas. Well, why is it so critical?
Well, it's important because Texas history is where we came from. It's how everything that happens in political discourse today happened in the past. And the best way to learn what we can do moving forward is to look at what we did in the past. And that's one reason that we put such an emphasis on preserving Texas history and remembering Texas history and teaching Texas history. Because if you don't remember where you've been, you don't know where you are, and you don't know where you're going.
Yeah, tell me a little bit about how you get your hands on some of these documents. You said the Naval Orders, you just kind of stumbled upon them. How do you get some of the other great stuff that you have in your archives?
Well, we're lucky in the sense that most of our stuff is generated through the daily course of business at the General Land Office. The Texas Navy documents that you're referring to, they were actually sent in by the family of the Navy veteran because they were saying that they deserved land for his service, but due to the law that Sam Houston he vetoed, said that Texas Navy veterans are not entitled to land.
Wow.
But you know, people like Davy Crockett, James Bowie, William Travis, Juan Seguin, and many others, they received land for their service at the Alamo and San Jacinto for their service to Texas during the Revolution.
The one problem that you guys face would probably be financial. You guys run solely on private donations. How do you guys tackle this issue?
Well, you know, in 2004, whenever we started the Safe Texas History program, we didn't have any money for conservation. And the one thing that we did have was a wealth of maps and historic documents. And so we started making those available to the public by scanning them, high quality first generation scans that are available for purchase between $20 and $40. And whenever you buy one of those maps, 100% of the money goes into conservation of other maps and documents. It's a great program that we've set up.
Yeah, let's talk about some of those maps because we have some maps of the city of Dallas and the suburbs, and they're quite detailed.
Right. Whenever you take a look at these city maps, I think the one that we just looked at was in 1891 Murphy and Boland's map, and right now we're actually looking at the Jacob de Cordova map of Texas from 1849, and this is one of my favorite maps because of how great it is. You can see how colorful it is. In the lower right-hand corner, you can see the state of Texas at its furthest extent. It's going from the Gulf Coast all the way into New Mexico, Colorado, and Wyoming. And so on a nice, warm December like we're having right now, you may not have skiing in Texas, but maybe up there you could.
Right, right. How can you get your hands on a piece of this wonderful memorabilia in time for Christmas, or if you'd like to give it out as a gift?
Sure. If you go to safetexashistory.org, you can order one of these maps if you order by December 18th. If you want to come into Austin, you come in until December 21st and you can pick it up. And if you just go to safetexashistory.org, you can order these for between $20 and $40. We'll ship them out, get them to you, and hopefully they'll be there under the tree or in the stocking.
Yeah, this must be a lot of fun.
This is a lot of fun. it's a great job.
I'll bet. Well, we thank you so much for coming up and spending a few minutes with us, and
yes,
we wish you guys the best. And definitely check out the website if you get a moment. It's really interesting. Some great artifacts and some great stuff to read about the history of Texas. So, James, what a pleasure. Thanks so much for stopping by this morning. We certainly appreciate it. And stay tuned. We'll be right back with more of 5 Talk Street.